Hey, what's up guys? In this video we are going to be making a complex delay line in Ableton Live using Simple Delay. And this is a really fun and interesting technique, and it works really well on stabs and single sounds. And you hear it a lot in like techno and, down tempo stuff, right? And it's just, a way to bring in groove and more interesting stuff into your music. So we have this piece of material here, right? Basic kind of house beat thing. Then we have the stab here. And what you can do is you can add in, simple delay. And, you can have the delay time set left and right. And that's all well and good, but it's kind of like set in what it does, right? You can't necessarily switch it up and do interesting things to it. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to set the feedback to 0. And increase the wet dry to 100, and I'm going to link the channels. So now it does that. So I need to have the ability to mix in the wet signal and have multiple delays happening in series. So I'm going to right click on this and then insert that into a group. And I'm going to do a little kind of organizational trick here. I'm going to rename this. I'm going to type in number score delay. And this will automatically, name things as I kind of add them. And I'm going to group this into another group here. And then this chain will be called the delay. And I'm going to right click and create a new chain and then call this dry. Okay, so I have my dry and then I have my delay. So this is the dry and then this is the delay. And then within this is all of my delay lines. It's early, right? So I have that, and that's all well and good and fun. But I need to have more delays in there. So I'll right click and then I'll hit duplicate, and it'll hit create a second delay, and I'll have this set to 4. So check this out. Does that? Maybe 5, right? Does that as well. So that's pretty cool. Let's add in another one. Duplicate, and this will be 8. Right? Cool. So what can we do from here? Well, let's go into each one of these delays. And let's, well, first of all, let's bring the volume down on those two. So the volume gradually steps down as the delay is occurring. Right? And then I'll do like overall volume reduction. Okay, so let's start with the first delay here. And let's add in a delay to that delay. And we'll set that to 2-1 maybe. Set that all the way to wet. Nice. Okay, so we have that. And what can we do with that? Well, we can add in an EQ after that. And, good idea is to always, shape your wet effects. It makes things sound a little bit more darker. I'll give you an example. Right, you can do that. Let's move on to the next one. And see, now we're getting more like complexity, I suppose you call it that. We'll add in, let's just see what this sounds like. Right, that needs a little bit more. So I'll have this set to like a stereo type of thing here. 2, 3. Give it some feedback. Cool. And we'll add in an EQ8 as well to that. And you know what? Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll add a little bit of a bump here. Nice. Okay, so what does that sound like? Nice. And now what does this sound like? And I want to have that set to maybe something like 1-1. Yeah, why not? And yeah, maybe have, I'm using this as kind of like a filter. Nice. Okay, so let's give this a try. Right, and the dry signal needs to be EQ'd a little bit as well. And maybe in 2/2. Right, and yeah, we'll just collapse these just for the sake of organization. And yeah, let's add in yeah, let's add in another delay here. Let's see what this one has here. Maybe this will be like an 8 and a 6. Right, so we're getting somewhere. We're getting like some interesting kind of movement. Right, so from here, what we can do is we can actually pan these as well and give it, you know, even more like left and right movement as well. Maybe even more. Right, and then that might need another delay there. We're adding delays upon delays. Right, so yeah, we're getting a groove here. Then we can add like, no wait, I was going to use all simple delays for this. And yeah, we can have a delay after to kind of tie everything all together. I'll put it here. No, wait, I gotta put it there. Right, and then there you have it. You have a pretty simple delay turned into a complex delay line as well, just using, you know, simple delay and, you know, multiple delays and EQs to shape the sound. And the EQ8 is there to kind of free up the high end. Because if I had that off, if I had all that off, it would just not sound that great. I'll turn them all off here. Right, it would just be a little bit too busy and I wouldn't have that little bump that I added there, which really adds to the sound. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you learned stuff. Take care and have a good one.